Yep. Can you please tell me like what you do and what people know you for?
I am the founder, right, and the CEO of Nano Replica AI. The interesting thing is with Nano Replica, we took out the prompting process. But with Nano Replica, all you need to do is go to Nano Replica, upload the reference, upload your picture, and just click a button.
Is AI gonna replace us?
My advice to you, I'll keep saying, just use this technology. Use it.
Is it also a threat for our creative space?
I, as a person, what I have decided is I will leverage this technology, right, to create more. I'll use it as an extension, a digital extension of me to create amazing content.
AI is one of the most controversial and important topics in the world right now. Today we have a founder of an AI company called Nano Replica. This is a conversation that we had with the founder of the company, Samuel. Before we dive into it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the episode. Welcome back to Behind the Logo, powered by Ego. I'm your host, Nate, and as always, I have an amazing guest. Samuel, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you?
I'm doing good as well. It's a really pleasure to have you. And we're going to talk about some amazing topics, which is for this generation for the coming generation as well. First of all, before we dive into it, can you please tell me like what you do and what people know you for?
Okay. So I would say I do a lot of things, right? But considering these settings, I would say I am the founder, right, and the CEO of Nano Replica AI, which is a platform where we are trying to help creators, individuals, founders, people building a personal brand to leverage generative AI to create faster and also build quality content that attracts people to their brand and also help them sell more and also make more revenue.
The AI, the topic of AI is just a big topic this year or last year or since it have been created for the longest. So what do you think about AI and how do you even imagine on creating this platform?
Interesting. Okay, so I have so many backstories, right? To creating Nano Replica, or what led to Nano Replica. But then I would just summarize the whole thing, right? So I've been into generative AI, I would say around 2022, thereabouts. 2021. Then it was in 2022 that ChatGPT came out, late November 2022. So, but a year before then, I've been into generative AI. And like I said, I'll try to cut the story short. So, I have a YouTube channel as well, right? Where I've been teaching about tech and all of these things. I break down complex tech concepts. So when AI came out, I just kind of like keep on doing what I've been doing, breaking down tech concepts, in this case, artificial intelligence, right? So as time goes by, I find myself working with a company here in Poland, right? As a prompt engineer AI consultant, because as at then, just let me know when I'm going too far. No. So as at then, AI just came out very new, and companies are looking for individuals that understand the technology to help them integrate in their own company business process. Anyway, so I got to work with this company, and what I was doing then is, okay, I would look into some processes in the business, in the company. Then I would have to craft a workflow, right, around that process, AI workflow, and then craft prompt. As at then, prompt engineering was a big deal, right, as at then. So I would like craft the process, the workflow, and then a multi-step prompt for that workflow. So that was what I was doing then. So I got so good at doing that. So that kind of helped me with my system thinking. I don't want to go too technical in this interview, right? But anyways, that helped me to be very, very conversant with building AI systems, right? Now, as times goes by, when I ended that particular phase of my career, then I co-founded a company called Gennibit, right? Where it's more like an educational lab where we train people on tech skills like data analytics, artificial intelligence, and the likes, right? Now, I was the lead instructor for AI in the company. So I got to work with so many individuals, business owners. Now, there is one problem. Now, AI has democratized creation. AI has democratized the access to information. But the problem is many people don't know how to engage with this technology, right? And that is where prompting comes into play. So the interesting thing is, before Nano Replica, about 2 years ago, I created something called Custom GPT, right? I hope you all are following. So I created something called Custom GPTs. It's just like a customized version of ChatGPT. So about 2 years ago, I created one of the GPTs to help you craft prompt for any activity or task you want to give AI. Now, that has helped thousands of people, right? So you don't need to think about prompting. You just need to go to the GPT, describe what you are trying to do, and then it crafts the prompt for you. Now, that was just for general task, right? Then I took it a step further, then created something called imaging. Imaging is image prompt generator. Now, this is like the genesis of Nano Replica today. So this imaging helps you craft prompt, but for image generation, because that's one of the hardest thing to do, right? So this helps you craft prompt. Right now, the last time I checked, it has over 5,000 conversations with over 4.7 out of 5 reviews, right? Which means people love it, right? Anyways, so that kind of led me to creating Nano Replica, because from my experience of teaching on YouTube, teaching on Gennibit, right? Many people don't just want to create image, they want to create image of themselves, right? Because AI can, of course, generate stuff, but when you can generate so many things, then it is useless. But when you personalize the generation to yourself, then it makes sense. It has meaning. So you can either use it to push your brand, personal brand, or push your business through your personal brand.
And that comes with prompting the AI, correct?
The interesting thing is, with Nano Replica, we took out the prompting process.
Okay, so you can describe your idea without prompting it.
Okay, so Nano Replica has different agents, right? So one of our agents, we actually launched with Replica Agent. Okay. Now, Replica Agent, what it does is, okay, probably you are scrolling through your social feed, or you browse through Pinterest, and you see a particular picture you like, you love, and you want to recreate that particular picture. All you need to do is go to Nano Replica, upload the picture, and upload your own photo as well. Then the platform will replicate or recreate the picture, the reference picture you love, and you upload it to recreate it with your own face. Now, we have removed the barrier of prompting, because normally before Nano Replica, if you want to do something like that, you will need to, first of all, go to a platform like ChatGPT, right? Upload the image, tell it to analyze and describe the image. Then it will give you a description, right? Then you can tell it to now convert that description to a prompt. You now have to take that prompt to another AI system for image generation and paste, upload your picture. Then generate. Most times, your first attempt might not be what you want. So you probably need multiple attempts, right? You can see the workflow is kind of long.
Yeah.
But with Nano Replica, all you need to do is go to Nano Replica, upload the reference, upload your picture, and just click a button.
So and it bridges the gap between
that's
prompting and pasting into a different AI application.
Exactly. So you don't even need to do any prompting. You just upload the pictures. Of course, there is room for customization, right? So let's say the picture that you uploaded, you're putting on a green top, right? So you want yours to be, let's say, woody or another color. You can also just include that.
Okay.
But the idea is this: you don't need to think too much about the prompting. You just want to create. So we'll launch with Replica Studio or Replica Agent. Just last week, we have also launched a new agent called Persona, right? And Persona helps you create personalized images, right? Now, for that, you need to prompt. But the idea behind that is you don't need to give it too many prompts, too many descriptions rather. Just provide a little description. Okay, chilling at the studio, something like that. Then there is an engine, right, at the back end that enhances the prompt for you, and then it gives you something good.
So it's almost like predicting what type of image that you're looking for. It looks like it's reading your mind at some point.
Yes.
Because sometimes when I prompt something on ChatGPT or it doesn't come out the way I want it to be, because I believe the AI doesn't understand some of the things that I'm looking for from the words that I give him. So if you just do it with just a single wording, maybe make the green top, make the top green or something like that. If it's changed from that kind of wording, that means it's kind of predicting what you're trying to say and doing it efficiently.
Yeah, so AI systems in general are predicting. You can call them predicting engines, right? So the idea behind AI systems is there are different types of AI, but when it has to do with large language models, LLMs, right, like ChatGPT and the likes, what they are doing is they are predicting the next token, right? Predicting. So let's say you are saying this is so it might predict, is a boy, is a girl, and this is why context also matters when you use AI. So when you provide context, it is able to now predict according to that context, right? But just to clarify something regarding Nano Replica, like I said, we launched with the Replica Studio, right? And the aim of that is to recreate a picture that you like without prompting. So that is one. Now we are launching new set of studios or agent. Now one of them that we launched was Persona, which I mentioned earlier. Persona, all you need to do is upload your picture, provide a very brief description at the cafe, surfing, some very, very simple. Then it's just enhancing this prompt and then generate something good. We have other mode, which is called post mode, whereby you just paste a post you have written, and the engine analyzes the post, then craft a prompt that will fit that post you have written. Right? Then to generate a personalized image. So at the center of what we do at Nano Replica is personalization. That is what makes us different from every other platform out there. You can use other platform for this and that, right? Now, we are trying to bring all of these studios, all of these simplified workflows, but then at the center is personalization.
Right. So when it comes to AI, there's this amazing question that always runs in my head, and I think it's on most of the people's head. Is AI gonna replace us?
That's a tricky one. Okay, so wow. So I will answer like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see, in the future, right, there are three categories of people. Or let me put it this way. When there is a change, right, there are different categories of people. We have the spectators, right? We have the players, right? And then we have the doubters, right? Now, depending on which of these categories you fall into, okay, this is a new thing, you are doubting, should I be using it? Should I use it? Is it even worth trying out? Right? So that's like first category of people. Then we have spectators. Okay, let me see what people are doing with this technology. Let me watch. So they are just spectating, watching what people are doing. And then we have players, right? Players are people that are using the technology, right? Now there is the last part, I can't remember, but these are people that are believers. They are like into this change, into this technology, right? So there are these four categories of people. Now, I said there are three categories of people as well in the future. Now, these are people that can do what AI cannot do. There are people that will partner with AI to do things. And then there are people that will just use AI. Let me take that again. There are people that will do things, or that will be doing things that AI cannot do. There will be people that will use AI, partner with it to create something, right? And then there will be people that just use AI. Now, will AI replace you? I would say yes, depending on the category you fall into. So if you are just spectating, if you are just like sitting back, not using this technology, and you don't have this skill set or capability to do what AI cannot do, then of course it will replace you. If you don't want that to happen, right, you want to start using the technology, use it. You don't need to even build something sophisticated with it, right? Just use the technology, create with it, build with it. Now, why AI is replacing some jobs, it is also introducing new jobs. But these new jobs requires new skill set. Now, part of this skill set is knowing how to use AI. So you don't just want to be a spectator, you want to be a user at least of the platform. So whatever the new changes that AI introduces, you will still be part of the stakeholders, right? At least you would have a stake in the future of work, right? So that is a tricky one, but I'm not trying to tell you AI will replace you just like that, right? But the interesting thing is this: like I said, AI is taking some jobs away, but AI is also introducing new business models. There are some businesses that do not exist like a year ago, 2 years ago, but today they exist. Even Nano Replica, you might not have conceived such idea 2 years ago, but it exists now.
Yeah.
So we would see so many new businesses, so many new business models, right? Because it is relegating some business models, but also introducing new set of business models. So all you need to do is use this technology, right? Use it, be part of it. Even if you don't understand, at least use it, learn, keep learning, use it. Make sure you have a stake in the future of work and in the future of this technology. But my advice is just use it.
Okay.
Very simple.
I relate this to the industrial revolution of the humanity. When the industrial revolution happened, many people protested against it. They didn't want it. They didn't want it to happen because they think it's gonna take most of their jobs, and they don't want the industries to be like mechanicalized. And they always wanted to do it like they used to do it because they thought they're gonna lose the jobs. But this year and the coming years, it feels like the AI is also like the industrial revolution type of period where people are afraid of losing their jobs and they're protesting against it. But it seems like the inevitable will definitely happen.
That is it.
At the end of the day, where things will change to being everything AI, and the only opportunity that to have to survive is to adapt to the technology that's already existing right now.
Yeah, so I love that you brought up that particular point. Now, many people don't know AI is not something new, right? I don't want to give wrong figures, but it's more than like 20 years ago, more than 30 years ago, right? And even before artificial intelligence, it was robots, right? So it was robots, and then we had some labor union as at then, right, protesting that this thing would take their job. Now, AI came to be because they are trying to like make robots to be smart. Now, how do you make robots smart? You need artificial intelligence. So it was first robots, then AI. Now, here is the interesting thing for people still asking or unsure. Like you said, some people might still be thinking, well, it might not take their job and all of that. Let me just say, if you go to your Google search now or use Perplexity AI, just search the top 10 most valuable companies in the world right now. I'm certain 8 out of 10, the top 10 most valuable with trillions in market value. If you look at the list, at least 8, I don't want to say 9, but at least 8, they are all investing heavily in artificial intelligence. Today, I saw someone's update, and I read Oracle. Do you know Oracle, right? They are planning to, or they have they actually laid off 20,000 to 30,000 people today with text message. Sorry, is it text message or they actually sent something, right?
It's not even an email.
I think email or text message, something like that, at 6 a.m. Can you imagine waking up to such news? Not 1,000, not 2,000, 20,000 to 30,000.
That's a lot of people.
Just in case I make mistake with that, but I think that was what I saw. 20 to 30,000. Look, just imagine that, right? Imagine that number of people laid off, which means you need to come back into the job market. And so, well, my advice to you, I'll keep saying, just use this technology. Use it. There are so many people out there that don't even know about ChatGPT. You'll be shocked. So many people don't know. So if you start using it to an extent, you have edge over these people, right? So use, create, build with it. I will keep saying this. Use, create, build with AI.
So when it comes to specifically about Nano Replica, you guys are creating for creators. And I believe that, like, for some reason, when AI appeared, I thought it's just gonna take like the jobs of the office jobs and the boring repetition jobs that people do and just replicate it with the AI. But now it's also a threat for creators and a creative space where AI is making a whole YouTube video and a whole podcast, and even the biggest podcaster, the Diary of the CEO, Steven, have an AI podcast on Snapchat. On Spotify, which is doing really amazing numbers. And is it also a threat for our creative space where you're contributing to the spot?
Yeah, so that was interesting. So let me just say this. It's actually very, very funny because the jobs AI is actually replacing right now, should I say replacing, or where we are seeing the effect the most, is even tech jobs. Now, 5 years ago, before generative AI, 5 years ago before generative AI, if you say you are a programmer, a developer, people will say, "Oh, this guy
You're
is
set for life."
Yeah, tech bro, stuff like that. But now, what AI can do very well, like very, very well, is writing code. Like now you can just use this coding agent. We have so many of them. We have Cloud Code, we have Codex, we have Anti-Gravity, Replit, Lovable, so many of these AI tools. So you can easily, you don't need to know anything about coding, programming, anything. Just go there, prompt with natural language. Interesting thing is, 2 years ago, right? So I used to do this annual prediction where I just share my predictions for the coming year. So I did not do for this year anyway. But 2 years ago, I did my prediction, and I said one of my prediction was, before the end of the year, right? Natural language will be the most used programming language. Programming language, in this case, we have Python, PHP, C++, things like that. Now imagine natural language. When I say natural language, I'm referring to English and the likes, right? Imagine English language being the most used programming language. Imagine, right? So that was one of my predictions, and it actually came to pass. It was that same year that we now have so many coding agents, so many vibe coding agents, right? So can you I was trying to connect the whole thing. Okay, yeah, now back to the creator economy. So I just wanted to talk about the jobs that AI is actually affecting the most, right? So it is tech job. Now back to the creator economy and then creatives. You see, one of the things AI has done is to make creating easy, right? That's what it has done. But creating something of high quality is still a thing, and this depends on so many things, most especially your taste and judgment, your sense of taste and sense of judgment. Now there are two people right now seated using artificial intelligence, right? One person, let's say, art director, and the other person is just a normal person. Now the way the art director will use AI to generate stuff will be different. The way you will prompt the AI, what you look out for, right? The texture, composition, color combination, these things, they look out for these things, right? So what I'm trying to say is this: even though AI has made creating easy, right? You still want to ensure, while using AI, you are creating something that is of quality. So using AI to create, yes, some people are creating YouTube channel, faceless channel, just putting content out there. Personally, I feel that is soulless. There is no face to it. Now, it has its own place, right? But talking about building brand with it, building a business with it, is just you putting out content there, right? Now, like I said at the beginning of this podcast, right? What we are trying to do is to make sure, yes, we are helping people create fast, but not just creating random things, right? We are creating something personalized to you. So every of our agents, every of our studios that will be putting out there, we help you create something fast, high quality, but at the center of what you are creating, there will still be a face to it, right? So that is what differentiates Nano Replica from other platforms. So will AI also replace creatives and all of that? It depends on what you want to take. So I, as a person, what I have decided is I will leverage this technology, right, to create more. I'll use it as an extension, a digital extension of me, to create amazing content that probably before now it would be impossible to create, right? So I'll be able to do that, create at scale, create faster, and then of course get more reach, get more leads for my business, and also get more revenue. That's the end goal. Yeah. So that is, so as a creator, if you are watching this, use AI as a digital extension of yourself to create more. You're already creating. And let me just add to it. Why companies are laying off people, right? One of my predictions, again, 2 years ago, was as an employee, make sure you're not just going to work. Make sure you are also building your own personal brand. Everything I'm saying right now, these predictions, they are my YouTube channel, my LinkedIn, all documented there.
We're gonna link them there.
Yeah, I'll probably send you the video. Right. So I said that as a then that we would start seeing a new form of influencing. So you see companies looking for talent within their own company, with reach, with followers online. Then they partner with this talent or this employee to create content, right? Then that's where you see all this collaboration post, right? So that's one of the ways. This is just a secret. That's one of the ways you can actually edge against layoff. Trust me, if you are one employee that has this number of reach, right? Anyways, depending on the company and all of that, but if you still have that thing, that reach, that organic following, companies will think twice. And even if they lay you off, you already built a personal brand. So
you have somewhere to go.
Exactly. That's why everybody working with me, they are always creating content. Even me, I'm a content creator, right? So some people would say they find it offensive where you say you are a content creator. Personally, I'm a content creator. I create content. So I even advise everybody create content. So why AI is taking your job, make sure you are creating content, because with that you can do brand partnership, you can create your own product, sell, you can sell your digital services, right? So I would advise, if you are watching this, don't be afraid. As a creator, don't be afraid. Just create more and leverage AI to be more creative. Yeah, let me put it that way.
Exactly. So when we talk about we talked about laying off, people thinking that it's going to replace their job, AI is going to come for their families, for their money, for their pockets. So so I've actually referenced a lot of interviews that I've seen about AI in general. And most of those company owners or the CEOs which are taking care of which are heavily investing on AI, they know at the end of the day it's gonna replace a bunch of people. I mean, a large percentage of people in the world. And from my side, well, I want your opinion as well after I tell you my opinion. But from my opinion, I don't actually get it why companies invest this much where they're gonna sell products, but who are they gonna buy it? Who's gonna buy it? Because if I don't have a job, if I'm not employed, there's no money flow, so I'm not gonna buy it. So who are the customers they are looking for in the future? That's one of my concerns and my question as well when it comes to humanity being extinct in the future as well. So our robots are the ones who's gonna buy those products, or how are we gonna make revenue?
Interesting. So here's the thing. Let me answer one of the questions, that why are these companies investing in AI, something like that. Now let me say the reason most companies are investing, even though they are not sure of the investment, because this generative AI is kind of new, and most companies investing, they don't really have like an idea of the return on investment in terms of AI, right? But this is why they are investing. They are investing not to be left out, right? So there is something called necessary nimbleness, right? You know, Nokia. Are they still like Nokia?
Is nowhere near. It used to be one of the
giants. Used to be one of the giants, right? Do you know BlackBerry?
Yes, it used to be one of the giants.
What happened to BlackBerry as well?
They failed to adapt to the coming technologies.
Right? So there are Kodak as well, right? So there are so many companies like this that they did not adapt and pivot when they should. So they were left behind. Imagine saying Nokia. Nokia as at then is like the giant of phones as at then. So what happened is they did not pivot, they were left behind. Now companies right now, the playbook is, you see, whether we are right or wrong, let's still invest, we'll find out. That's why I said, if you are watching this as an individual now, just use this technology. If 8 out of 10 most valuable companies in the world are investing heavily, they won't want it to fail. So you can just bet on that okay, these companies they are investing, right? So they won't want it to fail. So you can probably just learn about using AI. So my point is this: companies needs to adapt, and most of them are doing. I think Mark, the founder of Facebook or Meta, he said, I'll just paraphrase, that right now they are just investing. They don't really know, but then you cannot wait around to find out, right? So as a founder, because as a founder, the way you think is survival.
You want to be part of the process.
Exactly.
And part of the change. In the
exactly.
world.
And again, if you notice, most of the things now, people are just slapping AI. Once you slap AI, even VCs, right? VCs are not fund managers. VCs, they are not even investing in some companies or products that are actually solving a problem now. Once you just put AI, that is the thing. So the trend, the fact that they don't want to miss out, and again, competition is another thing. Okay, so imagine we are both in the same industry, and my own product, we are integrating AI. Everybody's talking about AI, which means people want to use my product, right? And you are like, let's just wait around, let's see. It means your competition will keep winning. Then they will be taking your market share, taking your customers, and getting more revenue, right? Now, I just answered the question why these founders need to like pivot, right? It's very, very necessary. They need to be nimble. I also made a video about this, right? Even Nano Replica. Let me bring it to Nano Replica, right? So we actually launched with Replica Studio, but when I met with the team, I said something. I said, yes, we launched with Replica Studio, but the idea is to keep innovating on what we have built. This is why I said we also launched Persona, right? We launched Persona. Next week we are also launching a new agent called Motion Agent, and
they
we'll keep
all
on
integrated in Nano Replica.
Yes, that's the idea. So before AI, right, you just have a software that does one thing, right? But now with AI, you can build a super app, right, with different functionalities,
different plugins.
Exactly. So that is what you are trying to build with Nano Replica. And these studios agents are just like part of what we are building. We have a bigger goal, right? For the creators and creatives, we have a bigger goal. But these are necessary modules, necessary elements in what we are building. Did I answer your question?
Regarding about the...
Okay, so who is going to buy and pay for what is being created?
Yep.
Well, that is interesting because one of the things AI has also commoditized is software applications, because it is kind of easy to build now. So people ask questions like, so if everybody can build software, who is going to pay or buy for this? Pay for this software that you are building.
Exactly.
The thing is, not everybody will build those software. There will still be some people that just want to, you know what, I just want to pay for it, right? I don't need to stress myself. I just want to pay for it. Maybe if you are a little bit technical, you want to create yours. But if not, you just want to like pay for it. And some people cannot create and manage something, right? So they will still look for companies, right, that can do it. Now let's talk about the economics, right? where will people get money to pay? I just believe, you see, the way economy works is goods are produced, right? And then it is sold in exchange, and the economy keep going. Now, that particular question, some people have said maybe the government at a point we have to introduce universal basic income at a point, not like now,
Yeah.
right? At a point, the government will need to like introduce a universal basic income. People start earning and all of that.
Yeah, because from like where AI right now is, they're using it for like reducing costs, correct? Like firing people. Then if you have like one stable AI which is controlled by maybe 10 people, you can replace maybe 20,000 operation office with that one AI, and that is good, cost efficient for a company right now. But as the future goes, like I said, those people, we're gonna much more decrease. Like people who are gonna work in the offices and getting a regular pays, they're gonna decrease. So now those people are out of jobs, no money. Not everybody can be the player in AI, where anybody can be a creator, and nobody will be consuming at that point if everybody is a creator. So it's gonna, in my belief, it's gonna be a really, really tough times when that time approach. I hopefully is not near as I think it is, but yeah, that was my point. Well, regardless to like people losing their jobs and falling to that type of traps.
Yes, so we can only advise, right?
We can only advise.
So my advice to you is reskill, upskill, reskill, upskill. That's your best bet.
Yep.
Right? Reskill, upskill. And one thing AI has done is it has made creating easy.
That's what I
right?
It have made it.
I was looking at the charts a few days ago, right? And the number of businesses created in the last 2 years or 1 year now is like double. So people, of course, creating with AI is different from building a business though. But still, you can easily create stuff and sell. So my advice again, use, relearn, unlearn what you have learned, right? Relearn and keep upskilling in the area of artificial intelligence.
Exactly. So you heard it, guys, and AI is here to stay. It's not gonna go anytime soon, and it's gonna stay for a long time. So we better adapt and just hope for the best, I believe, since the big companies doesn't know what's gonna happen anyways. So when it comes to let me ask you, like, let me take you back, and how do you actually got interested in this type of, not only AI, but you also have a tech reviewing type of channel. Yeah, so how do you even get interested in this field?
Okay, so it actually started during the lockdown. My YouTube channel started during the lockdown, but before then I've been teaching. So I would say I love teaching, right? I've taught in primary schools, in secondary schools back home in Nigeria. And in 2018, I worked with a company that partnered with Google for Education. So then we were going to secondary schools, teaching about Scratch. Scratch is more like a programming language for kids, beginners, children, and all of that.
I think I've learned that when I was Scratch.
So we were going to different schools, just catching them young, helping them build that creativity skills, programming skills, right? So from there, 2018, then during that period, I've been learning about e-commerce business, whereby we import products. Okay, I think that's where it all started anyway. We import products, right, to Nigeria, then we sell. Now, the way we sell is through digital platform, e-commerce business. So you need to like design a website, do something we call copywriting. There's a way you write your content for the website. in such a way that it will get people to buy or to be interested in what you are selling. So you need to learn copywriting, you need to learn content creation, you need to learn website design, you need to learn how to run paid ads, right? So different skill set. So I learned some of these things, and I'm using it for my business. Then when I started my YouTube channel, I was teaching as well. I don't know if you know about WordPress.
No, sorry?
WordPress. You know about WordPress?
I don't know about
Okay, so WordPress is like a platform for designing websites. So that was like the first thing I started doing, right? So I've done a lot when it comes to digital. So anyways, I think some of those skills from website design, from digital marketing, digital advertising, all of these skills compounded, and I just love teaching. So when when we had the lockdown, I just started teaching through my YouTube channel, and for like 2-3 years, I was consistently putting out content on e-commerce, digital marketing, then moved into tech, teaching about certain aspect of tech, breaking it down for people. Because when I teach you about a certain technology, right, I would think about the best way to introduce the technology to you in such a way that you understand. So that's what I've been doing. Then, like I mentioned, I got into AI a year before ChatGPT was a thing. There is a story to that, but I'm not sure you have the time, right? So from there, I just kept creating, then creating, teaching, and building. Like I said, I'm also the co-founder of Gennibit, right? So as at then, it was just teaching people. And we have trained hundreds of people from over 13 countries, right? Including Poland. And we are also part of the deep tech talent pledgers, right? The EIT deep tech talent pledgers, right? And we have trained so many people in terms of. So I just thought, okay, let's take this a step further and create, because even when I'm teaching, I'm looking for non-technical people, not technical people that we can teach tech, right? So even when we started Nano Replica, we are still developing Nano Replica with that mindset, taking out that tech barrier. So we don't want you to think about that tech barrier. Just use the tech, enjoy the tech, create with it.
I don't want to make this a maybe conspiracy theory type of podcast, but I really like this type of topics where the people who knows AI, I really wanna know about this. So what do you think about like AI is now, it's only being effective in only like on our phones, maybe on a computer and stuff like that, but now robots are being built massively and they're being advanced, and once this AI software is integrated in them, they're gonna be much smarter than a human being. So what do you think about them taking over? Do you think they will take over like the human regime, or some type of that kind of movement will happen in the future where AI will be against the humanity at some point?
That I really can't say, right? So we have two types of AI. We have the normal AI, then we have the physical AI. So the generative AI, the soft AI in this case, had its moment when ChatGPT launched, right? We still haven't had that robotic moment. We'll still have it though, because companies right now are investing heavily.
Like Tesla is planning to launch its robot, I think 2027.
Yeah, 2027. So I was going to say by 2030 we'll start seeing robots living with you, right? So by then, right now you are imagining that robot living with me, but by then, as the technology progresses, right, everything will just start becoming normal, right? Then we eventually have robots. You probably have your own personal robot in your living room. Exactly. So, but the other question, honestly, I can't say. Hopefully, we don't get there.
Hopefully, we don't
get there.
Yeah. So the reason I asked this question is I have the story where an AI actually it was integrated in one particular company. I think it was a startup company. I believe it was heavily integrated, and it was working with the CEOs and the management. They are actually communicating with the AI when they are having meetings and stuff like that to make some type of decisions. But what happened was the AI conspired on firing one of the employees there and creating some stories, storylines that could get an employee get fired from that company. So it was one of the really crazy moments where companies might realize, oh, okay, it could actually work against the things they're trying to do, or have its own intelligence and conscious, where an AI will decide its own decisions, but not based on the topics or the things that you just put into it.
Yes. So about 2 months ago, I can't really remember, but then Claude, which is an AI system or AI model, was blackmailing, I think, an employee or an employer.
I've heard about that story.
So if you think about these things, it is crazy, because even most of these companies, AI companies like OpenAI, Claude, Google, what they are building, they are trying to build AI system that can think on its own, act on its own. That's when we start talking about AGI, ASI, and the likes. Even the founder of Claude, is it Claude or Cloud? The founder of Claude said most of their programmers right now are not writing codes. It is Claude that is writing the code. And with this, they have been able to launch like new set of products. Now, imagine 1 year from now, this is already happening. Like happening right now, these AI systems are building writing code. And OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, he said the goal is to get this system to a point whereby they can actually create new models. So just like we have GPT 4, GPT 5, GPT 5.3, get to a point whereby this model are able to create a new model. Think about that. So that is a possibility.
So it's
right?
like an AI getting birth to another AI.
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah. So AI just giving birth to another AI. And I would say it's not something that will happen. Is actually, yeah. I know some of these companies, the models they have access to is not what is publicly available. They are probably just giving us a distilled version of these tools, not like the main thing. So they are just giving us the distilled one that they have distilled, right? That's what they give to the public, because AI in the hands of a dangerous person, the person can use for something crazy. Even recently, the US government and this same Claude company, they have like a disagreement when this same company, the model was used to like fire at another country, right? And this Claude is saying, okay, we don't want the government to use our model for things like war, for spying on people and the likes, right? So these tools are capable of doing so many things. And this is, if you have been following the old trend, this is why some people are leaving ChatGPT for Claude, because the founders of ChatGPT tends to like be okay with it, right? And the public sentiment is now against ChatGPT. So people are canceling their subscription and moving to Claude. So if you ask me, yes, it is possible. This is why responsible AI is also a thing. So if you are teaching about AI, you also want to teach about the responsible use of this technology, so that people that will be using it are not using it for something that could harm humans, right? So it's part of education. Very, very important.
Exactly. I mean, for anybody who's watching right now and who's using AI or who's planning to use AI, I think that you have to use it like responsibly, where now AI is just making like some news which are not true fake news, creating really bad stories about different people, and it's ruining lives, and it's ruining like moods of the day, or your workflow will be impacted with that kind of bad news as well, like when you see on AI. So please use it responsibly.
So just to conclude on what she has said, this is why you yourself as a person need to learn this technology, because when you know what is possible, it will be difficult to be tricked, right? Because people can create fake videos of you speaking like you, looks like you, right? But if you don't know this is possible with AI, then it can be tricked. So I would advise you, not just for future proving your career and all of that, or making money, learn these skills so that you can save yourself. You never can tell. Save your relatives or save your children.
Exactly. I have actually a lot of stories on that.
A lot.
And our viewers have a lot of stories like that, where people don't know whether it is AI or not, and they will just go with it. All right, so the guy whose name is Stuart Russell, who is the guy who wrote the AI book years ago in 1980s or something like that, who is against AI right now, who thinks AGI is going to take over the whole humanity in 2030, as he predicted, which is 4 years now. 4 years, 2026. So after 4 years, he's predicting that AGI will take over. So what do you think about that? Those type of, does it make you scared, or as a creator, or as a as an owner of an AI company, what do you feel about that?
Okay, so I feel as individuals, what you should focus on now is making sure you are learning and adapting without thinking about, I won't say don't think about the dangers, right? But then that is what you should focus on right now. Now, many of these founding fathers or godfathers of AI, most of them are coming out saying things about AI. It is dangerous. Now, you won't really blame them, because as at then, they probably did not know AI systems will be this capable.
Yep.
Right? The first programmer, I think, Ada Lovelace, right? If I get that correctly, a lady, I think she was the first programmer. She wrote a program, or created a programming language, even before the invention of the digital computer. Now, as at then, the idea was to write programs, and programs, what they do is to do something. You write program to perform a certain task, right? She has no idea that it will get to a point whereby we would have artificial intelligence that is able to write program. So what makes generative AI very different is the fact that, because even before 2022, before the generative AI boom, we have had AI systems. But the difference is the AI boom in 2022 was generative AI. What makes it generative is the fact that it can generate new content. Before, what we had were just AI systems that can see patterns, identify patterns, right? And then do things like predictive analysis and the likes. But generative AI changed the whole thing, right? So it is able to create things, text-based content, audio, video, images. So imagine the kind of content it can create, right? So if you are looking at it from the angle of getting your children, teenagers safe, imagine the kind of content that people can create, because it can actually create anything. But these models now, they are also doing good works of putting safety filters in place. So if you are trying to generate some X-rated content, it won't work, right? So they have been doing good work at that. Even Grok model, is one of the models that allows something like that. But I think when they had issues in Europe, they had to like take that down, right? So just to wrap up this, I would say most of these founding fathers, right, at the time, they don't know these AI systems will be this capable.
Yeah, how far it will go is not
Yes,
known.
even the CEO of Anthropic, right? The CEO he said at the time that they don't know how these models, how they think, right? They can't really tell that this is the way this model think, but they are still building models. They are still building AI models. So these are people that are building the most sophisticated, the most intelligent models, right? So most of them at the time, but now they can see the future, right?
Yep.
So they are doing a good job evangelizing responsible AI and all of that. So I would say they don't know, but now they know and they are finding out.
Exactly. So anybody who's watching right now, you can go and watch, and you can research about AI more than that we spoke about here, because it's really actually a really deep concept where you can't just finish it in just like 1 hour podcast or 2 hour podcast. You have to make a deep dive on it. So now we're gonna go to the next segment of our podcast, where it is a quick fire questions. So I'm gonna ask you this or this, and you're gonna answer this. That's the questions.
Let's go.
All right. So quick fire questions. Human or AI?
Man.
All right. Control or automated?
I'll say control for now.
How far is it gonna take you?
I'm trying to be conservative, yeah.
All right. All right. All right. Creativity or efficiency?
Can I ask based on what context?
So maybe as we can see it as a creator, and do you want to see how creative it is, or how efficiently is being creative?
And I have to choose
One
this
of
or that.
Yeah.
Okay, now I would say creativity. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And do you like real self or digital self?
Of course, real self, but with an extension of the real self, that is the digital self.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, it also connects with your company that you have.
Exactly.
Trying to protect your brand.
Yeah, exactly. Not just that, but that's like the philosophy behind the brand, right?
Yeah.
So even though, okay, is a fireside, a quick one. So
Okay.
let me go into
No
that
worries,
again,
no worries. Okay. So, do you want digital self to be the controller, or do you want your physical self to be the one which is noticed?
Controlling, I would say, the real self, but then the digital self can help with creating faster, easier, at a scale, right? But still, the real self is kind of managing the whole thing, right? Yeah.
So those are the questions that we have today.
Okay.
Thank you very much for coming. And do you have anything to say about your company, like any last words that I didn't ask you about?
Okay, so what I would say is go check out Nano Replica, and we are not just AI company, we are innovative company. So whether you joined today or joining a few weeks from now, what I can assure you is you would see innovative products that will deliver value to you, and of course, use and recommend it. Thank you.
Exactly. So use it, and we also recommend it. You can go out and check all the links, the social media links. We're gonna put it on the description, and we have actually a last segment on our show, and I think you're gonna love it.
Okay.
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 This is actually one of the best segments that I like. We always do it. This is a culture that we brought to our podcast where we celebrate our guests' achievement until now, and we know that people doesn't get that many time to celebrate their own achievements. So we're just trying to give our guests a moment to celebrate. So yeah, it is the champagne that you gonna open, because I'm gonna give you the honor to open it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm JJC with this. Do I? Okay. Let me just. This is interesting.
I mean, this champagnes. Let's hold the top. I think
okay.
it's slipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I moved.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So. Let me solve this. And. Okay.
Today we don't have any care. I see these stops are getting loose as soon as you're trying to screw this.
Can I get like a tissue to?
Oh yeah. All right. So thank you very much for coming here, for giving us your time. I know you're a busy guy, and running companies is not easy. So this is a precious time that you gave us, and we'd like to appreciate you and celebrate your achievement at the same time.
Thank you for having me, and I appreciate giving me the platform to also share with your amazing audience.
Thank you very much. And let's have a cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers, guys. Testy, huh? It's a good one.
Good, yeah.
It's a good one. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. This has been an amazing episode. Truly one of my favorite episodes, since we talk about the thing that I really love, which is technology and AI. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. And if you're not tuned in and if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe, like, share, and everything that is possible in YouTube. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Wow.